Hey everybody, this is Valerie Saunders. Welcome to another episode of Val's Vibe. Today I have with me NAMB President-Elect Kimber White, who is going to become president again on October 1, 2025. When Kimber was president the first time, the last time, he got to be the COVID president. So he did
Yeah.
not get a conference with, the big party and all the speakers and the trade show and meeting all the people and getting installed on stage. He got to do all that stuff virtually and stare at three people in the room. I happen to be one of the three people. So so this year he gets to have his big conference, and so I thought we would take a few moments this episode to talk about NAMB National 2025.
Yep, COVID president and the president videoing you with COVID. President-elect.
Oh, that's right. You have COVID. I forgot about that. Well, you
On my
come full
birthday.
circle.
That's just full circle.
Yeah, that's why we don't see you in your office. We
That's
see
why I'm not
you
in my
at
office
home.
today. That's right. With the suit and everything on. It's casual, Kimber. That's right.
Well, get the COVID out before October.
Exactly.
At the event. Yeah, we don't want.
Yeah, we learned how to adapt. That's one thing NAM's good at. We learn how to adapt.
Yes, we did.
No one had ever done a virtual trade show. Actually, we found that out by going around asking people, and we found how to do a virtual trade show and make it as accessible as possible and still give benefits to our members. And I still think about that. I'm like, we really did adapt and made it possible
Yeah,
to get through.
it was a lot of work.
Yeah, we
But
did a lot.
yeah, it was actually more work than a live
Regular trade show.
Yeah, a lot more work than a regular trade show. But it was still as equally gratifying at the end of the day. We still were able to do everything that we would normally do live. But I definitely prefer a live conference as opposed to a virtual one.
Absolutely.
So this year we have last year we had a sports theme. This year we have a music theme.
Yes.
What exactly do you think sets NAMB National apart from other events? You and I both go to a lot of different conferences and events. What do you think makes us different that somebody that maybe has never been there before or hasn't been there in the last few years would make them want to come out to Vegas? Let me preface this. It's October 17th to the 20th at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. So what do you think makes us different?
I think, well, first thing, I want to set a myth aside that NAMB and the conference is old and stale. I hear, oh, NAMB is old and stale. That may have been true in the past, but it hasn't been in the past few years. I think we realized that not old, but things need to be freshened up, more inviting, and we did that, and we've done that. But what sets us apart to me is we have the most vendors of any of the trade shows, 115, I think, right now, vendors that we have. We had over 3,000 registered last year and over 2,000 in attendance. The big thing, our education, we give you a value and come there to learn. I think the education is very important. Not along just a camaraderie or the parties, in which we have incorporated, because that's one of the things people said, well, you don't have to make it fun enough. Well, it's going to be fun this year, and it was fun last year, and it's definitely going to be fun this year with everything we got planned. But I think it's the education. I think it's the bringing everyone together and offering things to help you run your business, the tools for your business, how you're there with the most industry partners that you can be with. You get one-on-one with them, and we make sure that I call it an experience. NAMB is more than just about coming and being in one group or hearing from one or two lenders on stage. NAMB we have a genre, we have a plot. I mean, we've got Chris Doe I mean, I'm so excited about him, that's coming. We have Barry and that's coming and Barry and I'm excited that I
Yeah,
get
now you have I don't think any other NAMB National has had, well, first of all, somebody speak that is a Fannie Mae board of director, but also have a band and sing on stage.
right. So,
Fannie Mae
I've got
board
the,
of director.
I've got first board of director from Fannie Mae at our conference, my conference, and has a band, Rock of Ages that's amazing. It's going to be entertainment on Friday night. So that's one thing. But I think overall, NAMB gives a total package where I think a lot of these don't. It's just one thing. And we give education. We offer education, so many education classes that we have, which no one else offers. We have our certified veteran service class, our FHA classes there. Continuing education. If you're a member, you get free continuing education, that you get there. So there's so much there. And then it's just being around Caesars. I think we have a great venue. And people know the consistency of our show.
Yeah, I think when you come to our NAMB annual conference, you're going to get some certain things. You're going to be able to put yourself in front of more lenders, software companies, vendors, service providers in one location than you're going to get anywhere else. You're going to get education and value that you can immediately take back with you and put into practical use the day you're back in your office.
Yeah, and that's very important. And we're able, and I think what I've seen with the trade shows, how much friendships are made there. It's not cliquey. It's true camaraderie, friendship, everyone gets along. I'm seeing it becoming a younger and younger crowd, more people. Our young professionals network is being put together. Our women's panels, we're starting to empower the women. We've always been for women, but we're really, it's something for everybody. And I think that's what makes the difference with NAMB. It's for everyone. And we're the oldest. I mean, we are the oldest, and I think we do it well. We do it very well, and we have incorporated new things, and we've fine-tuned it. But what we still have is our core value of commitment to the loan originator and to the mortgage broker business, so that when you go away from there, it's not just, oh, I'm pumped up, I feel good, I've had something social. Why? You've actually taken something away that can help in your business, and I think that's very important for us. Also, we're free. It's free. We're free. It's a free membership. And I hear pros and cons of value, what value is if it's not free or something's not free. But for our vendors, they pay us. We still charge the least that I know of any trade show for our booths and our vendors to our industry partners and our vendors. But we want to make sure that we get people in front of our vendors, but at the same time, we give them value. And especially in this environment, in this market, when we know last year was tough, this year's been not the best. We all know that. But the investment that the people, when you come already and you're putting into coming, you're buying an airline ticket to Vegas, you're putting up hotel rooms, you're spending food, you're well in for over $2,000. If we can help offset your costs by giving you great benefits, great education, great speakers, keynote speakers, put you in front of over 115 vendors, offer you CVLS classes, education classes, parties, and fun. And we can give back to you for free so you can maybe take that money that you'll be spending and invest it back into you and your business. I think it's something that we owe to our member and still have the lowest membership fee. I think those type things are something that we do. It's a benefit we feel we want to give our members, and it's a benefit and a thank you that we give to our vendors and industry partners for the commitment that you make in NAMB.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we know that going for a exhibitor or sponsor to go to a trade show, it's not cheap. You've got the cost that we have for our booth spaces, but of course, then you also are paying for airline tickets, hotel accommodations, food for your staff that are attending. Then, of course, you have your giveaways, and nobody wants to go have a booth that has nothing there but the table and your backdrop. You're going to have some signage. You're going to have your materials to share. You're going to, so there's a lot of expenses that go along with it. And so we definitely work hard to show our exhibitors and sponsors that, number one, we appreciate them for supporting the organization. And we want to show them that we want to get your company in front of as many people as possible, so that when you leave that event, you feel good about the dollars that you spent, and you've made some connections, you've got some new customers, and you also have some takeaways that you can put into effect immediately when you go back to your office. So, I think, as somebody that's worked on NAMB's events for a long time, that's something I'm really proud of. And also that we are constantly evolving. We're not just doing the same thing year after year after year. We are willing to adapt and be nimble and change and listen to our attendees and our sponsors of the positives and the negatives of the event. And we don't want anybody to leave feeling like it wasn't time or money well spent. We want to make sure that you're getting exactly what you were hoping to get when you went there, and hopefully more than you hoped to get.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing, and like I said, with our members, that we can make a lot more money by charging members. We really could, or non-members. We know that that's our bottom line profit. We talk about this all the time. We've talked about this for years, but ours is that we give value, and we're in a position that we can make sure that with what our vendors are taking care of, our sponsors, we're giving them back. We're also giving them a small benefit. We don't want to be charging for this, charging for that. We feel we give a benefit with your membership, which is, like I say, I think it's $150 now for our memberships. And if you get a discount code, you can get it for $100. I mean, that we give benefits. But we also want to be able to know that you're feeling like you're getting something from NAMB because you are members. And whatever the vendors, way I look at it, whatever the vendors give us, as we've always said, all the money that comes into NAMB, it's not NAMB's, it's our members. Right. And I think that's something remember, we're a volunteer-led board, 100% volunteer-led board. And except for a stipend from the president, no one gets paid anything. As far as our volunteers, and we're a volunteer-led board. And I think that's very important. We are in the trenches every day, and we know what it's like. So be able to give back to our members and be fiduciary responsible to our members of the money that's coming in, which is a benefit we can give back to them. And I think we have evolved. I think that's a good word. We've evolved. Like, we've got excitement coming. Friday, we've evolved. We've made some changes.
So let's go over the schedule.
Yeah.
And feel free to chime in as much as you want, or stop me, or wherever you want to stop. So we start off Friday, October 17th. You mentioned education.
Yes.
So immediately you have two opportunities for education. If you wish to take your live 8-hour CE, if you're a member of NAMB, it's only $12. And that's literally just the NMLS reporting fee. So when we say it's free, that means nothing's coming to NAMB. We're just a pass through to the NMLS. If you're not a member, it's $79. I don't know where you can go and get live CE for that cheap. Then we have our first of 3 certification classes that are being offered, which is our certified FHA mortgage professional class, sponsored by Freedom. So if you want to get that certification, you can get that on Friday. Friday night, we have made some modifications to our agenda because immediately following our event is another conference. And so we don't want to impede on another conference that's also in Las Vegas. So we modified our agenda. And so instead of our normal welcome reception. We actually are having our big party, our awards presentation, for all of our awards that we're promoting. That if you haven't applied, you can go to namawards.org. And we also have, as you mentioned, our live band with Barry Habib and his Rock of Ages band.
And we have on Friday night, we're going to tell who or what, but we have a special music that no one's going to want to miss Saturday night. That's going to be
Friday night.
Friday night. It's going to be a surprise. So we're really excited about that. That's our opening. So that I'm really excited about. You're not going to miss it. That alone is worth coming.
Yes. And of course, you still get to see all of us, which
And
is,
all of us, yeah.
yes.
And it's the music theme, which is going to be fun. And, you know, colors is all about me and what I wear. So it's going to be colorful.
Yep. Yeah. It will not be dull. That is for sure. Then Saturday morning. So we are sticking with the music theme. We are starting the morning at 8:30 a.m. We with our house DJ, which is DJ Will Gill. So we'll have some coffee, donuts, some morning wake up music, and a DJ session. And the DJ throughout is sponsored by Lender Homepage. The DJ he's also our MC. And he will handle the music for all of our standalone speaking sessions that we have on Saturday and Sunday. Then we go into our speaking sessions. We're going to have two panels that day. Our first one is a technology focused panel sponsored by Arrive. Then we go into Barry Habib, the newest board of director member of Fannie Mae. And he will do his economic overview session. That's sponsored by Motto Mortgage. Then we have the installation of officers and Kimber's incoming president's message. We also have a special surprise then too. Then we will go into another very popular session that we first did last year. So hopefully this will continue on year after year, which is the Battle of the Coaches.
With Chris Vincent, it's amazing.
Yep, Chris Vincent and Windsor Mortgage. Then our exhibit hall will open so that those 115 exhibitors, those will all be available, open from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday. We will also have a session with EPM's Eddie Perez called The American Gift. If you have never been to EPM's tag event,
amazing,
which is a great event, typically held in Atlanta. So he's bringing all the excitement of tag for his session to NAMB National. And then we'll have another panel discussion put on with Rocket Pro. Then we go into our smaller breakout sessions. This year we do have a standalone breakout session, which features Kyle Draper, who we have not, I don't know if we've had Kyle at our event before. But Kyle is going to do a session about creating digital relationships. And then why don't you tell us about the difference that we're going to do for Saturday night?
Saturday night, we've asked our vendors and sponsors to do their parties. So they're going to do different parties. So you'll be able to go out and actually meet your vendors, be a part of your parties. Like last year, EPM did them. I know that PennyMac did their Vanderpumps. Plaza did parties. I believe last year, a couple others did parties. We're hoping to do more of those to do and to meet and greet parties, get to know people. Again, invite one-on-one relationships being built. That's something we do. We've tried every year. We're kind of building it now and with what's happening. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's going to be a big focus on Saturday night.
Yeah, and we don't also normally send out promotional
Right.
info on the vendors parties, but this year we are, so we're
Right.
going to make sure everybody's aware. So I'm sure you'll see promos from them directly or stop by their booth to sign up to attend. So you'll have access to that as well. But of course, we don't want you to party too hard because we want to see you again at 8:30 Sunday morning, where we're going to have our Sunday sound check with
DJ.
once again DJ Will Gill. And then we have another session, a speaker that I don't believe we've ever had before either, who is Trevor York.
Yeah.
If anybody is part of the Forward Academy with Neil Dingra, Trevor York is part of that group. His session is going to be about the anti-boring brand. A lot of what we're going to talk about that day is branding, marketing, how to set yourself apart from your competition. So we'll start the day off with our morning keynote, Trevor York. Then we go into our first panel of that day, which is moving from broker to non-del, if that's something that you're interested in. It's going to be moderated by Ginger Bell, who is our queen bee with NAMB Hive. And that's going to feature Matt Cole with First Funding, Lauren Gustafson with Strategic Compliance Partners, and some other speakers. So giving you insight and practical steps on if that is something that you would like to do. Then we go, Kimber mentioned our women's panel. So we're going to go into our panel called Breaking Barriers. Laura Brandeo of Lighthouse Advisors is going to be the moderator for that session. It'll feature Paige Hernandez with Notorious Women. We have Karina Carter. We have Virginia Fargo with Empire Home Loans. And we'll probably add at least one more panelist. So kind of talking about what's it like to be a woman in the mortgage industry and really trying to empower people and make a real transformative impact for women in the mortgage industry. Then we're going to go into our outgoing president's message with our immediate past president, Jim Neighbors. We'll have another session that we're in the process of finalizing, so stay tuned for that one. And then our Sunday lunch keynote, as Kimber mentioned, is Chris Do. If you have never heard of Chris Do, please look him up. He's the founder of Future, and Future is spelled F-U-T-U-R, so no E on the end. And he also is going to talk about personal branding, how to unbland yourself and stand out in a crowd, something Kimber does not know anything about.
No.
So I'm sure Kimber will be unblanding himself on throughout the whole entire event. And then on we'll also have our exhibit hall open that day from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then also Sunday afternoon we will have we all know AI is the wave of the future. It's already here. But if you are not comfortable with all of the components of AI, ChatGPT, Canva, all of these different things and how they all interact with each other, we have a 2-hour session featuring Megan Anderson with Highway.ai. And that one you'll want to bring your laptop to, because she's going to do live demos so that you can really walk away with some AI strategies that she says is going to help you save at least 5 hours a week. So that is well worth the time there. And then we're going to have a happy hour on the trade show floor and all of our exhibitors' prize announcements. So nothing Sunday night. We normally have our end of event party. We move that to Friday evening to accommodate the other conferences sessions that they'll have Sunday evening. And then we have 2 more certification classes on Monday. So if you're looking for, if you do VA loans and you want to get more in-depth information, or you want to expand your knowledge on VA loans, we have, as Kimber mentioned, our Certified Veterans Lending Specialist class on Monday. And we have our which is sponsored by NewRez, and we have our newly revamped Certified Credit Specialist class that's just been completely redone, that is now sponsored by Rocket Pro. So we'll have those two certification classes available as well. So anything you want to say about Sunday? Did I miss anything?
No, and I think, and one day in there, we're going to be having Penny Mac and their legislative person along with ours, updating what's going on and what the future looks like up there in DC. And I think that's really big.
Okay, awesome. So if you have not registered for NAMB National, you can go to our website, namb.org. Right on that homepage, you are going to see what looks like a volume button on a radio or a guitar speaker. Just click directly on that volume button and it's going to take you to this full agenda so you can see it in more detail. As Kimber mentioned, our general admission price is normally $150, but if you use the discount code NN25 free, you can get the general admission portion of the ticket for free, which is giving you access to all the speaking sessions and the exhibit hall for free. You just pay if you want the any of the education classes. We do have a lunch offering on Saturday and Sunday and a breakfast offering Sunday morning if you would like to pay for that. Those are optional. You just pay for whatever it is you want to pay for. So you really are controlling the cost of the event for yourself, and you're paying just for the things that you want.
Yeah, I think, and that's the thing. I know we hear this, and as you can see, for free, there's a lot of value. But one of the things I heard from NAMB was like, you got all the education, you've got all the vendors, you have everything. You're not fun. That's what we'd always hear. Last year, I think everyone talked about how fun we were. This year, it's going to be fun on speed. Along with it. I mean, we're going to have fun. And I think that's the blend of it's like, oh, well, the other groups have fun. We're going to have fun. I mean, it's like you said, I've been pinned up with this for 5 years to have the fun.
Kimber is going to be exuding fun.
It's going to be fun for us this year, along with all the stuff they say we're the best at. But yeah, you see what the value you're getting for free. And I think this is what we give back to our members. And I've been going to NAMB National since 2011, and I can just tell you it only gets better and better and better. And what we're doing now, and all of the education that we have, and all the tools you're going to walk away with, it's going to be worth, just one thing alone is going to be worth your trip. Just if you do the AI, and I'll tell everyone, I know I'm going to go on and on, and I don't like going to events and sitting in what I call rah-rah events and just sitting there. So there was an event that we just attended, and I told Valerie, oh, I've got to go to this event, but I'll stay there for a while and I'll leave. Let me tell you, I stayed all day on both of them. And that one person that really, which we'd already booked, by the way, and I really didn't know that much, I hadn't seen him, was Chris Doe. And I looked at Valerie, and I'm like, I really like Chris. This is Chris that we have. And she goes, this is Chris Doe. You don't do anything else. I know all of other people are great, Barry and everyone, but Chris Doe, branding yourself is just, or unbranding yourself, whichever you do, is amazing. I mean, he is absolutely phenomenal. And I know I'm not trying to plug one person, but to me, he's branding.
Well, I think too, like there's a common misconception that, oh, well, Sunday is a
Boring day. Call it what it is. It's the day to sleep in after partying the night before. I mean,
right, yeah. It doesn't provide as much value or interest or excitement as maybe Saturday does. So I think you can see from the schedule that we took all your feedback, and Sunday provides just as much value. And depending on what you want, maybe more. So definitely worth getting up at 8:30 in the morning and being there. We'll wake you up with our DJ, and we'll keep you excited and fun and filled with information from morning all the way till evening.
And the greatest thing that we do too is we have certain hours that's closed just for the trade show. And so I think that people will get to have not having main stage open and everything, that we give you one-on-one time, because you're like, I don't want to miss the stage. I don't want to miss what's out here on the stage and what's in the main rooms. And you don't have to, because during the main room hours, our trade show is not there, but we give plenty of time for you to have one-on-one to vendors, which to us has been very important over the past few years.
Yeah, absolutely. We want you to be able to take advantage of everything, not just little bits and pieces.
And you're not going to miss anything, because Valerie's got surprises. She won't even tell me about them. So you got to see what surprises she's giving.
That's right. Yes, we have to. I have to have some surprises for you.
And that's hard for me not to find out surprises since we
I know.
work together. Since we work together every day,
Well, and I know you're the kid who would open their Christmas presents on December 23rd instead of December 25th. They would already be opened and rewrapped.
That's right.
So I can't tell you anything because you got to have something. So
that's right. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, really, it's going to be, it always is, but I think it's going to be a great show. I'm excited about the lineup. You've done a hard work. The committee's done hard work on it. I can't believe we're less than 90 days out. Yeah. I mean, like 75, I think, days out from here. I just can't believe it. I was sitting there today going, wow, I'm 75, 77 days out to the show. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Time flies.
Time flies. A little less than 90 days. You're not going to want to miss it. Sign up.
So if you haven't registered, as I said, go to our website, namb.org, click on that, turn up the volume button. You'll go straight into seeing the agenda. And then you can register from there and use that code NN for NAMB National, 25 free, and it'll zero out your general admission fee. So any parting comments, Kimber?
No, I hope to see everyone there. I think that, I know that people choose this show, that show. I think NAMB National is the show to be at this year. I think people are going to be talking about it when they leave. I know they are. I know they're going to be talking about when they leave. You're not going to miss it. Sign up. I know what it's done for my business, and this is not being a part of NAMB or as the president coming in or past president. It's what that show has done for me and how much I take away from it.
Yeah, awesome. So thanks for being on this episode of Val's Vibe. Hope to see everybody in Las Vegas at NAMB National, and I will see you again on another episode.
Thank you, Valerie.